Do you want to display that? I know Terry, she was one.
I really want to know how to do it, but we can do it some other time if you don't want it.
Do you want to, why don't you?
Yeah, sure. Do you,
Let's do a little peppermint. What's it?
peppermint, lemon, and lavender, LLP?
That's for allergies, y'all.
Okay,
That's me.
let's see.
I'll
So,
have to see.
There's lavender.
so here's lavender and peppermint and
This is-
lemon.
This is known as the allergy balm, I think, right?
Yes, yes.
And-
So she'll talk about carrier oils in a little bit. I typically don't dilute. Some people will dilute because later they'll start tasting the oil, and I don't typically have a problem with that. Do you want me to dilute yours? Okay.
Let's go for
I'm
it.
gonna be breathing flowers. That's good though.
Good breath.
You'll get used to it, I promise. So sometimes we can either just pour it in like this, or we can use a dropper. There are actually some that are just a tad bit smaller, and they'll fit down into to the orifice of the bottle. And so we'll just make it. I can't remember the exact.
It's 4, 4, and 4.
You got it.
Well, you said it to me, so I.
So yeah, they just drop in real easily.
Okay.
Can you smell the peppermint already?
Okay. Get real good at doing things at one hand. Whoa. Okay. And then you just close it like this, and then she's gonna take it.
And I'm going to take it. And I haven't been taking any allergy medicine, so we'll see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
You see, that was
Thank
easy.
you, Liz.
You have to take it real quick, because will the lemon oil like eat the gel?
It will start to eat through the gelatin, yeah.
Yeah, and
It'll
you
get
can't make
soggy.
them in advance. That's the only disadvantage. So.
Can you drink it in tea?
Well, I was gonna say, you can drop it in honey or on bread. You can, and if you want to, you can put it in water and just chug it real fast. It's fine. There are some hot oils, and I'm saying hot like they're spicy. That, I don't know if I would do that with a hot oil because, you can gargle with thieves, and Terry has gargled with thieves to combat a really bad sore throat
Sinus infection.
and sinus infection. And she gargled with like a couple drops of thieves in water, and she's like, you just suffer through it. But the reality is, she didn't have to go to the doctor. And I'm only gonna say this because Terry's my friend. She's been so, like, when she was a principal, she was sick all the time.
Because the kids.
But her immune system, she had mono 3 times, you said? She's had mono 3 times, so her immune system is not strong anyway. And even after she retired, she still was on Z-Packs all the time. I'm sorry, way too much. But anyway, she's seeing the light.
But I also have another concoction back behind you that really
Yes.
helps. So
We'll-
it's back there with hot later.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that too.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
you can put it in honey, you can put it in, there's all kinds of ways you can be creative in getting it down you.
You want me to tell about kids real quick?
Yes.
What I do with mine is, I don't know who all has children here, but I just get regular raw honey, just on a teaspoon or a tablespoon, and I'll drop, especially thieves, because it does have clove and cinnamon in it, so it's kind of warm. So I'll drop them into the teaspoon, and then I'll use the end of maybe a fork and stir it in, because it will sit on top, and then if you give it to them, then it could get on their lips, and then, they're screaming for coconut oil to make them not burn. But then you just mix it together and just give it to them real fast, and then give them water after, and they're fine.
So, Missy was talking about carrier oils. Some oils are hot oils, and they are. Like if you, I had Charlie put thieves on. He had a cold sore, and so he sucked up and did it, and he was like, "Ooh, that stings." So, but his cold sore never got. He only did it twice, and his cold sore, usually he gets a really nasty, big cold sore, and it never progressed, and so he never had to put anything else on it. So that was pretty good. But if you're, I've started kind of collecting a list of hot oils, and the only hot oils in the original kit are the Thieves, and is peppermint considered hot? Not,
It kinda is.
but Thieves is really the only one that's considered a hot oil.
Lemon could be too, like lemon straight on the back of, one of my son's necks, it would burn. So we just add carrier oil, and you'll talk about that after, but, there's some.
And carrier oils, there's all different kinds of carrier oils. I mean, basically, it's pick your favorite. I use, this is liquid coconut oil, and I actually mix lavender and frankincense and make a little bottle, and I use it as moisturizer on my face every morning. And the frankincense, and Terry has noticed this too with hers, it takes away your age spots.
Yes.
So,
Wow. Where do you get liquid coconut oil?
Sprouts. Yeah, Sprouts.
There's, because you go to chemistry and all of it, why is some coconut oil liquid and some solid?
You know, that I have not researched yet, but it was very curious to me how they were able to do that. Because it should be, they must have done something to it. I mean, because this is a high grade
Yeah.
coconut oil,
Yeah.
you know. But it feels great on my skin. It's not, I've tried it with this.
Yeah.
I do not like this on my skin. But this I like a lot.
I've heard fractionated and then,
Yeah.
and so I just wondered if that's.
I haven't gotten into the
Okay.
carrier
We'll
oil
have to
research
look
yet.
at that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Missy uses grapeseed oil. There's, Terry uses, this is an oil of foreign origin, so she really likes it a lot. But this summer I'm ordering some raspberry seed oil, which I have found out has a natural SPF of anywhere from like 28 to 50. And so guess what? You don't have to use sunscreen on your face anymore if you use it as a moisturizer on your face. So anyway, I thought that was really cool.
How long
does
it last?
I don't know, I haven't gotten it yet, but I found it on Amazon. I haven't even looked at Sprouts or Whole Foods or Central Market, but they have it at Amazon. It's not, and it's pretty reasonably priced. It's not, I mean, it's less expensive than higher end sunscreen. So, but sunscreen's a whole other story, and I hate sunscreen because I hate chemicals in it. So, anyway, okay. If you never, ever want to put an oil inside your ear. You can put it on the outside. There's a lot of times it's recommended to be on the outside of your ear, but never, ever, you'll end up probably in the emergency room if you do. So, because you don't want to burn the tympanic membrane, that really thin membrane that's in your ear. If you ever get a hot oil in your eye, it will burn like the dickens, and you will think you're going to go blind. If you put some oil, coconut oil, rapeseed oil, whatever oil is your oil of choice, just take it and put it a little bit in your eye. It'll almost stop instantly, and you won't go blind. So
no water.
No water,
Everybody does it.
Yeah, the first thing they do is try to flush their eyes out, and that's a big no-no. So, yeah, Missy probably needs to speak more on oils with children. There is a book called Gentle Babies that I don't have, and I think I'll probably add to my library eventually, but at the time I felt like the animal desk reference was more important for my family. Anyway, but oils are commonly used. There's been lots and lots of really good things that have happened for kids on all different levels. I mean, whether it's for an illness, whether it's for autism, there's all kinds of things that are just amazing things have happened, and we'll share more about that later. So we're going to start talking about the oils. first oil is
Should we pass around?
the lavender oil. Yeah. And the lavender oil is called, they call it the Swiss Army knife of oils because it just does everything. In the grocery stores, you can have 1 drop of a lavender oil in what they're selling, and they can call it pure lavender oil, even though the rest of it is not. So, just so you know. Most lavender oil that's purchased from local retailers is made from a hybrid of the lavender plant called lavandin, which can be very harmful to burns, turning a 2nd-degree burn into a 3rd-degree burn. That's another reason why you just need to be really careful in knowing what you're about to put on yourself. France exports 100% more lavender than they produce, which is mathematically not possible. People are altering the oils as they leave, when they leave the countries. I mean, it's just, if you go in and do the math and start looking at the numbers, it's not possible. It takes 170 to 250 pounds of lavender plant to make 1 pound of lavender oil. Lavender oil is good for cuts, scrapes, burns, calming. We found for our family it works really well as a sleep aid. It calms. We have dogs that have storm anxiety, and lavender plus the peace and calming. We had an amazing non-issue with the last thunderstorm. We had a couple of dogs that just pant and whine, and they snored through the whole thunderstorm. So we're like, okay, we're believers on that one. And that was an accident. I didn't even do it on purpose. It just happened, and then after we were into it, we realized, we're like, whoa, that's pretty amazing. It's good for lavenders. You can swipe it on the inside of your cheeks. It's probably the most gentle oil out there, I would say. I mean, you can, if all else fails, try lavender and see if it works, because it's so amazing. Yeah.
Liz, and just to make a mention, I put it in my bath water last night. Smelled good. Of course, the cats were all going on getting it. But it made my skin really, really soft. And that was, and that was like 2 drops, and that was it.
Wow.
So
It doesn't take much. When you see a little bottle, you're like, oh, well, that won't last very long. And I've had my set for this set. Well, my Thieves is gone. I had to get a bigger bottle. And some of them are almost gone, but I've had this set like almost 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
So it lasts quite a while. The peppermint
I think it's towards the end.
is 1 drop of peppermint is equal to 26 bags of peppermint tea in terms of how potent it is. Peppermint should not smell sweet. Like if you smell it at the grocery store or gonna cook with it, it should have a clean, earthy smell. The University of Cincinnati found that inhaling, just smelling peppermint increases mental accuracy by 28%.
Wow.
So it's good for digestion, nausea, indigestion, gas, and diarrhea. And you can put it, like if you just follow your gut down, you can put it on your belly, you can put it on your feet. Going back to the VitaFlex, if ever you're unsure about where to put something, just put it on the bottom of your feet, and that's probably the safest place to put something, don't you think?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's good for headaches and sinus pressure. You can put it on your temple, or back here, depending on where your headache is. It's also good. It's really good for fevers. It will break a fever pretty fast. So.
And it's also good if you have dry eyes, and you put it right here. Because I'm able to wear my contacts right now.
Yeah.
Because my eyes I've used for stasis. I haven't been using it. I'm putting a little drop right here.
That's neat.
Great.
Somebody had said that at one of the meetings
Yeah.
I went to.
Yeah, it makes your tear ducts.
So I like peppermints a lot. Valor is a blend